seen in China? They've got like anti-America like propaganda films.
Fucking hell.
So it's kind of like, again, this is on a Joe Rogan podcast. One of his guests was talking about how, so in a sense, they'll kind of have like a Captain America, but a kind of Chinese version.
Captain China.
And the enemy is America.
Obviously.
And it'll be like China prevailing over America, like killing the American soldiers, and everyone's like, yeah, like the Chinese guys saved us from America. Like that, it kind of reminds me of kind of like the World War II days. Like we learn about like the propaganda of like the Nazis and and like how they kind of portrayed up like the Allies as being bad. It kind of gives me that like sort of World War kind of propaganda vibes.
Yeah, because
it's unsettling.
There's always be different types of propaganda that are always I'm better than you, we're better than you. Like America do it as well, just more subtly. Like you'll have like Asian villains a lot, or like all different types of shit like that. But then, fucking hell, it's one of the biggest issues that we can do nothing about, and we just have to sit there and be like, I don't like that, and then let it happen because
World War III, bro.
Yeah, fucking. Oh,
shit's going off. Shit's going off in Ukraine.
Mad that we get like an insight into it through TikTok. Social media and shit now.
I was on TikTok the other day. The first video that came was some Russian paratrooper. He was literally in the air.
Oh, I think I've seen
with his parachute deployed, and he was just laughing like in the recordings of the mates who were like over there with their parachutes, like just gliding into Ukraine. And he's just like, "Hey, look, we're Ukraine." That's crazy. And you see like tanks just rolling about.
Yeah. Oh my god, I saw a fucked up video of a Russian tank in Ukraine. It's driving down the street, and it sort of does like a weird arc. I think like Will sent it to me, and it doesn't.
Oh, I think I've seen this. Yeah.
Aim to a woman's car.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Over it.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Like, that's some fucked. Like that's like Geneva Convention breaking shit, and we just get to watch that on fucking.
They've been briefed about like when they were saying, oh yeah, there's gonna be no Ukraine invasion. They knew probably for years, months. I mean, they've been prepping. Like they were definitely briefed months before.
Oh yeah, because
the troops have invaded.
Putin was like lining the border, wasn't he, with like hundreds of thousands of troops?
And like it's not exactly like they've strolled in and then been like, all right, we're gonna take this. This is ours now. They've literally like brute force. They're like bombing like just apartment blocks, just random civilian apartment blocks. Just boom, shoot them down, and just run, like you said, running people over. It's literally it's cold blooded. And it's fucked up.
Because Putin is a psychopathic little man.
What do you think would be the best solution? Like what needs to happen now?
See, the thing is
for democracy to prevail.
If you kill a dictator, will he just be replaced by someone equal or as bad? That's the thing, because they've always got the lizard people at the top. They've always got other clones and shit. You know,
there'd be like a power vacuum. That's what it's called. It's like when like the top guy goes out. It's like everyone's racing to get to that top. Okay. It's like everyone's like fighting each other and like talking shit about each other because they want to get. Now that there's that position is now open, and like it's not as if they've got to go through like the political system now to get votes and whatnot. It's kind of like who's the most popular. That's that power vacuum and that race for power. Like that could happen.
Yeah, I actually don't know what is best because Putin isn't gonna like step down, is he?
No, he hasn't done for any of the time. He literally killed all of his opposition.
He made a law like, basically I can just stay forever now. Thanks, guys.
And so he's made a law you can't protest.
Oh yeah, the UK did that.
That's true. Shit. Yeah. Well, was it literally just any protest?
Yeah.
Or was it just like COVID?
No, it was any protest. Anything like, if people think it's loud, then they shut down you because there were protests going on. And then they must have known they were going to do some more fucked up shit.
Yeah.
So they were like, well, sorry, guys. You can't protest. Again, sit back, bend over, take it like a champ.
I think Boris is he's happy that this is going on because it's definitely taken the limelight away from him.
Oh, no, that's what politics is. It's taking the limelight, doing bad shit, waiting for something to happen. Like, it started with the protesters in Hong Kong. COVID.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. Then obviously throughout COVID, then Boris Johnson shit. Putin's not starting a war. Like,
have you seen? There's a quote from Jordan Peterson, and he's like, "People don't understand how they've had this power taken over them, like this political power."
Yeah.
And the way he put it was, is that it's like a government is going to set a rule, and they're going to keep going until we're going to start to protest, and then they'll stop.
Yeah, the one step, like
and they'll stop, and then they're going to wait till everyone calm down. They're going to push a little bit forward, wait till they protest, and then stop. Wait till everyone comes down, push again, wait till they protest, and stop. And before you know it, one step at a time, all these new rules have come about, and then you step back and look, I think, hang on, where's this come from? Because especially with the media, obviously they can dictate what they show, and they want whatever gets them the most views, and also there is a kind of like, is there a narrative that kind of
100%. If they don't want you to see it, you won't see it. Yeah, you'll have like 2 days of oh shit, like Instagram's popping off, and then nope, these posts don't exist. You're
probably gonna see some new laws now, some pretty fucked up ones. Well, to be fair, they've gotten rid of all COVID shit, which has only really come about because of Boris and the Partygate scandal.
Yeah, which is, I don't necessarily think it's like smart, because
the COVID rules should have been relaxed, but they should have been relaxed for another reason other than Boris's popularity, because that's the only reason why he did it.
Yeah, I don't know, because how much of an issue is COVID now?
It's not really an issue, is it? It's becoming endemic now, especially in like the more wealthier countries.
Yeah, this thing, I don't know enough to be able to say. All I know is that I'm thinking, is my nan gonna die if she gets it? Is this gonna happen? Am I gonna pass it? I'm controlled by fear at this moment, and it's like, and then you've got like outside pressures: get the vaccine, do this, so. It's still in my head. It's still a big thing.
Really.
So I'm not necessarily 100% for, but I also think that myself and other people could do with the stigma being taken down. Because like obviously I'm a 17-year-old that has a decent immune system. Like I've had it, and it wasn't that bad. But that doesn't mean that someone like fucking you could get it really bad just because. There are so many thoughts about it, like it's hard to articulate, but I think the baseline point of it is that I'm still ruled by fear with it.
I think with that, it just comes with research. There's a guy on YouTube, he's called, what's he called? So I'm gonna find what he's called. He's really good in terms of being like unbiased, which is what you like. He's like an unbiased news source, which is really what you need. Because especially with like the news, on there you get the news, which is one end of the spectrum, and then you get like the like hardcore like conspiracy theorists who like completely deny it, and he's kind of in between. Like he literally just goes on like, he'll find new research that's come out and the Office for National Statistics, and he just breaks it down, and he's a doctor himself, and he just like describes it and tells you like plainly what's going on. And the consensus I haven't watched him in like probably a couple of weeks now. But the consensus I've got is like it's going down now, like because like the new the Omicron variant, like it's just
more catchable but less dangerous.
It's like the way he described it was like as fuel. Like imagine like we as the population for a virus are fuel for it to spread.
Yeah.
And because it spreads so fast, it's just gonna burn through all the fuel, and then it's gonna leave immunity in its wake, whether that be from natural immunity and vaccination and or both. So then, as it's burnt through all of the fuel and left everyone resistant to it, it's just going to die out because there's no fuel, and it'll just become like a seasonal thing. And I think that's kind of what's happening now, because it is going down. Yeah, yes, as well, because we are sort of entering more of the hotter climate, which isn't going to benefit as the respiratory viruses as much. But the general consensus is that it's going down. So there's not as much of a need to worry now as there was in like the start of 2020, because that was like it was the new thing, and everyone was like shitting their pants. Like I stopped watching the news.
Yeah, same.
Because I would watch it every day, and like my anxiety was like through the roof.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Because it was like,
stay indoors.
There's like 1,000 people have died today, and this is what's going on, and it's like fuck. But I suppose like we're used to it now. Like it's just
you get desensitized to it when you spend 2 years inside. Like shit fucks you up.
Yeah, you don't want to. You may give a fuck as much because you just want to live normally, and It's going back to normal now. Like we don't have to wear masks in school. It's not that I wore a mask anyway, but
yeah, like they pick and choose when they want to make you wear a mask, which is awful. Like there's no social distancing. There's like the one-way system that teachers don't use.
No, they do,
like,
yeah.
They try to shout at you while they're walking the wrong way. Like fuck.
There was
off.
definitely a lot of hypocrisy.
Hypocrisy. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Fucking hell.
That was a tough word to say.
We'll cut that out.
Because we were talking about it in French today. How all mask mandates in Wales, because it's just been relaxed in Wales, are now gone, except in retail. And I was like, oh yeah, of course, because you can catch COVID in retail, can't you?
Yeah, well,
it's like
as soon as you walk into a shop,
it's like I haven't worn a mask in a shop probably since last year.
Really?
Maybe 2020.
I still do in shops and about. I just don't do it
really?
in school. Yeah, I feel
sheep.
No, I people look at you funny. Like, and then I've heard people whispering about me in Tesco.
Really?
Yeah, I walked past. It was like I didn't have a mask in Tesco. Shops that don't give out free masks are fucked up. Like Tesco make you buy their own. I was like, fuck.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. Like, if you want a mask Tesco, you have to buy one. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. So I walked in and I walked to the checkout and there was no one else there. And then I went to the one like near, you know, where the people stand. And then I heard a woman whistle the other, like, should we say anything? And she was like, no, there are too many of them. Like, we just have to deal with it. I was like, oh, cool. Like, this is...
fuck, what do you think, bro?
No, yeah, but it's like, if I'm walking into Tesco and everyone's like, you know what I mean? Like,
those maybe I'm just, you know, I'm not... I'm a ghost in society.
Yeah, true.
Like, no, like when I work in Tesco, like, no one really looks at me. Like everyone's too concerned with like their own business and like working and like to like give a fuck if someone's got a mask on or not.
Yeah, I think the thing is, it's like there's sort of we've been forced this responsibility to keep other people safe because we're the youth.
Yeah, they kind of played it like a guilt thing. Like,
yeah,
when cases like were rising, they were like, this is your fault.
Yeah, young people aren't wearing masks.
Yeah.
Young people
You're
are
the
not
reason for
the rules,
this.
And when you see a bunch of politicians on a train not wearing masks or having
having multiple parties. One party had like 100 people there.
Oh no! Sorry, they didn't have parties. They had work meetings, and they didn't know that bring your own beer to a work meeting was a thing. Fuck.
It is frustrating.
I'm gonna go home so pissed off. Like, my dad's like, "Hi, how's your band?"
I spoke to Kenzie and Joe about this when it was like the lockdown rule. They kind of reimposed lockdown rules a little bit with like the new Omicron, because I had set up like the business.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, what if I do a work meeting? Because I could have literally done that if I just employed 50 people.
Yeah, true.
And we could all go for an indoor work meeting.
Yeah.
With loudspeakers, alcohol, and legal substances.
Well, if God forbid we have another lockdown, we need a podcast meeting, right?
Yeah.
For all of our staff.
I think so. All 100 of our staff. Work so hard behind the scenes.
Thanks, guys.
Me.
We could not do this without you.
Me.
You're the real heroes.
Me.
See, I'm the face of this organization, right? This is why we need to outsource, so we can have the party.
Yeah, well, we need to get actually make income to actually to outsource it.
Yeah,
we've got to pay someone. Someone's going to edit our videos for free. I mean, if someone was edit our videos
yeah,
for
please,
free,
guys.
To
be fair, at the moment you're editing the video for free.
Yeah, but that's not outsourcing, is it?
This is my podcast, and you're my staff. That's how I see it.
My house,
with
my stuff,
almost entirely
all my stuff.
No,
mine now. Mine now.
This is mine.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of better, I suppose.
I am why this podcast is here.
True. But here we are, making moves.
Now, to be fair, stick around to see the journey. We're gonna be B-list celebrities within probably about a year or so.
Yeah, 6 months, 2 months maybe.
2 months, yeah. It depends how much we promote the TikTok thing.
Yeah, we're gonna go from Imagine to Remember When.